Mesyuarat Majlis Tindakan Ekonomi. Kita semua sedar bahawa ekonomi negara kita tidak berjalan sepantas seperti yang dikehendaki. Sebab itu kita telah ada Mesyuarat Majlis Ekonomi ini kali ini 3 kali. Dan kita hari ini tumpu kepada 2 perkara saja. Iaitu yang pertama berkenaan dengan first one pasal ease of doing business. Kita lihat bahawa peniaga, pengusaha, pelabur mendapati sukar untuk mendapat kebenaran supaya mereka dapat melabur dan contribute kepada growth of economy. Kita dapati terdapat sehingga 60 proses mesti dilalui untuk construction for example. Jadi kita telah buat penilaian. Kita juga telah ada one stop center. But even one stop center pun tak dapat percepatkan proses. So now the KSN has been instructed to reduce the number of processes and the number each agency will look into in order to reduce the time taken for giving the approval for any investment in the construction center. Of course, the other sectors are also affected, but we want to reduce the processes so that we can expedite approval and therefore contribute towards economic growth. Yang keduanya ialah berkenaan dengan kemiskinan penanam padi. Penanam padi has been poor for as long as we can remember. They always require subsidy. Kalau tak ada subsidi, mereka tak boleh jadi paddy farmer. Kita telah identify beberapa perkara yang menyebabkan mereka menjadi miskin. Yang pertamanya ialah mereka mempunyai holding yang terlalu kecil untuk memberi pulangan yang baik. Yang keduanya, mereka tidak efisien. Di atas tanah yang 1 ekar boleh keluar 8 tan, mereka keluar cuma 4 tan. Obviously, their income from their land is half the income of other people's land. This we have to attend to, improve the methods of planting and also the way they apply fertilizer and the like. Kerajaan terpaksa bagi banyak subsidi, 1 tahun lebih daripada 1.8 bilion. 1.8 bilion kita subsidize 200,000 paddy farmers. Ini terlalu costly. Jadi kita nak supaya mereka dapat keluar lebih banyak per acre, dan di masa yang sama kita kalau if we want to overcome paddy farmers punya poverty, kita tidak boleh paksa mereka hanya menanam padi. Mereka boleh ada other crops yang boleh beri pulangan yang lebih baik. Umpamanya cash crops yang mana boleh harvest 3 kali, 4 kali setahun dan memberi pulangan yang lebih baik daripada penanaman padi. Padi di Kedah kita boleh tanam 2 kali, di tempat lain cuma sekali saja. Jadi pendapatan mereka memang berkurangan. Sebab itu kita perlu lihat perkara ini as a whole, as a reason for poverty among farmers and how to overcome poverty. At the same time, kita mesti jaga keselamatan bekalan makanan, food security. That has got to be attended to also. So the constraint is food security against farmers becoming poor. So we have to tackle those problems, and we have identified areas that we can do, which will help to increase farmers' earning, at the same time not be a cost to the consumers. Consumer price cannot be increased in order to enrich the farmers. So these are the things we discussed. Kalau ada soalan boleh tanya. Saya tanya pasal Latifah. Yang pertamanya, we want to study how the efficient farmers can make 8 tons per acre. So we want to apply their system and also other system to increase productivity per acre of the land holdings of the farmers. Secondly, if we can earn more through planting other crops like vegetable or even fruits. Already in Kedah, they are producing harum manis, melon, nanas and all that. This gives them a better return. Maybe they should allocate a certain part of their land to grow other crops. We import $60 billion of food per year. We need to reduce that. We have been concentrating on rubber and palm tree without thinking of our food needs, excepting for rice. Okay? We should at least reduce the import to about 30, half of what we are importing today, which means, of course, we must devote more land to the production of this food that we are importing from other countries. That is one thing. And of course, the way we farm, all these things has got to be modernized in order to be more productive. Over ease of doing business. Yeah. Just now during the briefing, they identified all the processes that we have to go through in order to build a house. Sometimes in some places it takes 3 years before you can, and this is a cost to the developer because they have to negotiate for loans, etc. So all these things will be studied, and KSN has been tasked with reducing the approvals needed and the processes of giving approval in each case. For example, we want to have a workflow chart for the whole process and then identify the agencies that have to deal with this workflow chart. They will have to do a certain number of things that will be listed, and if it is necessary, if they approve, they just put a tick. And they shouldn't care whether the other agencies approve or not. They just approve their area. Okay. Bila. Okay. Terima kasih. We have only come to the stage of getting the data. No real decision has been made. Yeah, I think by July later. Okay? Yeah? Apa ya? Saya tak tahu apa pun. Saya baru dengar. Saya kena baca lah dulu. Kalau you boleh bagi briefing, bagus kan? Okay, thank you. we don't have a parliamentary select committee. We intend to have parliamentary select committee. But to do that, we need to change some provisions in the constitution. To change that, we need a two-thirds majority, and the government doesn't have a two-thirds majority. Yeah, but they cannot function legally yet. So at the moment, we go to the old idea of making appointments. That is, the Prime Minister decides. The others can give their views, but it is the Prime Minister who decides. Okay, like, dah lah. I'm not required to consult the cabinet. I can ask for opinions of various people, and then I decide based on the merits of the case. Thank you. Kita fikirlah.